Okay, welcome everybody. So excited that you're here. I'm so excited to be hosting tonight with Cheyenne. You guys are going to absolutely love her story. I do see some new faces on here, some new names, and I know there's a lot of new people on the team who are going to be watching the recording later. So we're going to do a little bit of introductions tonight, a little bit about our stories as well. So my name is Alyssa. I'm one of your Double Diamond leaders in the team, and I'm just so excited to be here tonight. So I have been with the business now for almost 5 years. December will be 5 years, which is mind-boggling. And when I got started in the business, I was completely clueless to the world of network marketing, like completely clueless, except the fact that I saw my enroller living this life that I wanted, where she got to be home and she got to do the things. And it seemed like there was zero money problems, and she retired her husband. And I was like, wow, if I could even do just a little bit of that, I would be so dang thankful. And so I started out as a customer because I didn't know this was a business that you could be a rep for. And I fell in love with the hair vitamins and joined as a rep about 2 months in. And I've never looked back since. It's insane to see what this business does to your life. It doesn't just transform you financially, it transforms you as a human as well. And you meet some of the most incredible people. If I could see myself now from when I got started, there is no way in heck I would be talking on a Zoom. There's no way I would be making stories with my face in it. There's just no way I'd be doing anything. And the cool thing about it is with repetition, things get more and more comfortable. And in this business, you are constantly putting yourself out of your comfort zone to take yourself to the next level, because the people around you are going to the next level, and it gets really annoying when you're staying in the same place. So you decide to pick it up as well. And I don't know. So I'm just so excited to talk to you guys tonight a little bit. I know there's new faces on here, and there's some older faces on here as well. So there's going to be bits and pieces for everybody. But tonight I want to talk about alignment or realignment. So for those of you that have been here for a while, maybe you're out of alignment a little bit. And maybe if you're just brand new, like I know Tasha's brand new, you're going to get aligned with a vision that you have for yourself in this business. You said yes for a specific reason, likely for a very specific dollar amount. And I can promise you, with consistency, you are going to absolutely crush it. But consistency is going to be key for you. And something that is so important with that is setting your intentions. But you can't just set intentions. You can't just hope for something to magically happen. You have to bring the momentum with that. And momentum is created by doing the mundane every single day. You're going to get bored of your task list. Things are just going to be like, I hate doing that. And you're not going to want to do it. But I want you guys to, some of you have no idea what your task list is yet because we haven't reviewed it. But once we do, there is going to be a purpose for absolutely everything that you do in this business. There's nothing that we tell you to do where it's not going to bring you some form of results, as long as they're compounded, right? Results come from being compounded on. So just remember that momentum comes from the mundane, but your results are going to come from the mundane. And I think it's so insane that if you were on the last Zoom, you're going to hear me repeat a lot of things, but there's 109 days left in this year, and you get to decide exactly what you want with those 109 days. That's in your full control. Life is going to happen all around you, but the way that you respond to it is going to be absolutely everything. You can let things take you out. You can let things fuel you. You can let things do whatever you want to let things do to you. But know that this business is one of the most incredible blessings that you have in your fingertips. Your phone is in your hands, and you can do amazing things with it. So 109 days left, you guys, which is absolutely insane. So I'm going to encourage you to not say, I hope I do this. I hope I do that. I want you guys to take full control and full responsibility and commit to whatever it is that you decide. Okay. Don't play small. There's no room to play small here, especially with what's on the table right now, which I think is super cool. Is we have $3,500, technically $5,000 in bonuses minimum that you can claim by December 10th. And the craziest thing about these bonuses, and I know I said it in my last Zoom, is this is the first time I've ever seen corporate release bonuses to everybody, not just a specific rank. This is for absolutely everybody. You could have just joined today and you can get the exact same bonus that I can go towards. You get to decide to do that. You don't have to do all these crazy things either, which is amazing. So again, tonight we're not going to go over how to get the $5,000 bonus. Ask your enroller how to do that or jump on another training, but that is in your hands. It's so simple to do. It's 12 customers. It's 3 distributors. It's wild. Cheyenne's going to tell you exactly how she's doing it because her enrollments are, it's just like constant, right? You guys see it in the chats. It's like LC, DT, LC, DT, and she's going to share with you exactly how she does it. And I just want to encourage you guys, just play full out. Don't be someone who should be on a bench. Play full out, okay? Be the captain of your freaking team and just decide exactly what you are going for. So when you're sitting here tonight with a pen and paper, I want you to make a $sign and I want you to write down exactly how much in bonuses you want by December 10th, because that right there is in your full control. And it's the first time I've ever seen corporate do it where it doesn't require nearly as much work as it used to require. And on top of it, they're writing you a full-on check for it. It's not being paid out, which is insane because huge bonuses in the past have been paid out over 20 months, 24 months, and you can lose it, right? So those of you that have claimed bonuses, you know what it's like if it's like, oh, team stopped working, I lost my bonus, whatever the case is. This isn't what's going to happen to you, which I think is just so stinking cool. Yes, it's literally a one-time payment with Christmas like 2 weeks after that. Like, why wouldn't you do this, right? You have to decide though that it's something you're going to go for and don't put it on the back burner. So what is your game plan? What is it that you need? I shared this on the last Zoom I was on as well. And I know we've dropped it in the chat before, and if you guys need help finding it, I'm going to show you how I'm tracking everything and keeping things so simple, because if you overcomplicate it, you're going to spend so much time in your head instead of doing the process. So I printed off the daily task list and I'm just checking it off as I go out through the day. Britt and I were talking about how amazing and how simple it is because it tells you what you need to do. And again, if you're brand new, we're going to go over this. Another thing I did was print off 3 rounds of the $5,000 bonus so that I make sure that I'm getting that done within the time frame, okay? And then the last thing I do now is print off the hundreds list, and I use that to track down every single potential I have and have those conversations. And I just keep it in one pile because this just allows me to take it absolutely everywhere. Again, it's keeping it so simple. Do what works for you, but just keep it simple. Know exactly what the tasks are, know exactly what needs to get done. So we get paid to do 2 things, right? We get paid to sign LCs and we get paid to sign distributors and help them succeed. That's what's getting you those $5,000 bonuses. That's what's getting you your commissions. So that's where you need your focus to be. And we teach you exactly how to do all those enrollments. Every single Zoom you hop on, you're going to hear different tips and tricks. And tonight you're going to hear all of Cheyenne's. But just know exactly what you want, okay? So set the goal, and then I want you to backtrack it. So don't think of all the things you have to do and then decide on the goal, because that's gonna make you play small. Decide exactly how much you wanna make, and then you backtrack it. If you don't know how to hit that goal, reach out to me, reach out to Britt, reach out to your enroller, reach out to Cheyenne, and say, this is what I wanna make. How do I do this? And we all know exactly how to do it, and we will give you that exact layout, okay? This business, there's nothing to be scared of. Like, everything is so incredibly doable. And my expectation on this team is that every single person is getting at least one $5,000 bonus, because that is how simple this is. It's literally 12 customers and 3 distributors over the next 3 months. Like, 3 months, that's insane, right? Like, Cheyenne's like, what? Like, it's wild. So, you know what? I think we should get straight into Cheyenne sharing a little bit. So I'm going to spotlight you. I'm just so excited. And then I'm going to take myself off.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I just wanted to start with my story. So I'm super excited. I want you guys to drop a 1 in the chat if you're excited. This is such an amazing Zoom. I'm just so pumped for our team and for everything that we're gonna do. So go ahead and do that. But for those of you who don't know me or don't know me that well, I just want to start with my story. So I started this business just over 2 years ago. I was just your typical person off the street. I was literally nothing special. I was working a full-time 9-to-5 job at a bank. I had went to school, got a job right away. It was just kind of like step by step by step what you should do. And I saw a post on Facebook asking if anyone wanted to make some extra income. And at that time, the example was $500 a month. And I was like, yeah, I would love to make an extra $500 a month. Like, I just kind of felt like I was making like just enough to get by and save a little bit, but I was still pretty tightly budgeting. And I was like, wouldn't that be cool to just have a little bit extra to like splurge on myself or do the things without feeling guilty or whatever. So I was excited for that. So I just kind of jumped in. I had no idea what I was doing. I asked no questions. I had no idea what we sold. I literally was just like, sure, I would love to do it. So I jumped in and yeah, so I just wanted to do it on the side. And then 9 months later, it was super unexpected. I didn't have any plans to take this on full time, but 9 months later, some things happened with my job and I just realized it wasn't the place for me. So I stepped back from my job and took this on full time. So 9 months into the business, I was like, I'm good to go. I took this on and just ran with it. And now I'm a homeowner and I use this as my full-time income. I am running with my team and they're also excited and we are promoting this month. And I'm excited for all of us, not just myself, but I'm excited for the girls that have joined me. There's a couple on here tonight and I'm just pumped because I know their reasons why and why they want to make some extra income. And I just can't wait to see them promote as well. So that's a little bit about my story. Did you want me to go into the next things? Yeah, okay. So I know that everyone's kind of been wanting to hear about what I was doing at the end of last month because it was kind of insane and it was insane for me as well. So it was kind of like a flash. I didn't really see a lot. It just kind of happened. But I wanted to go over what I did with Post to Post because it was a big contributing factor to why I grew so much. And I tripled my volume last month. So it was just kind of insane. So yeah, drop a 2 if you want to know about the host post. I want everyone to be so hyped. I'm just so excited. But the very first thing I did was I printed off my friends list, and I've been hearing people do this for so long, and I actually just couldn't figure out how to do it. I tried for a few times. So finally I went to Alyssa and I was like, help me, I can't figure this out. What video did you watch? So if you are having troubles, let me know. I can help you now because I figured it out, but I printed it off because I felt like that was such a good place to start. So I printed that off. And then my second thing was I can drop these messages after as well. But I started with an initial message that we were talking about in another chat, maybe if you have it, it's just the one where it says, I have a question for you or whatever it is, like, hope you're having a great evening. I have a favor to ask or I have a question for you or something. It's super simple. And it kind of weeds out the people that like I've messaged a billion times and they've never responded. I just like go and unfriend them if they're still not responding because it's like they don't even want to have a conversation with me. It's not really someone that I want to have in my network. So anyways, that's my initial message. And I was going through and sending it in batches of 35, 3 times a day. And that seems to be like the magical number. I did it for like days, like probably a week. And don't take that with a grain of salt, however many days you need to do it in a row, but that's what really kicked me into overdrive going into the end of the month. So I sent that 3 sets of 35 out until I got 10 plus. So if I still didn't get 10 host posts up, I was sending out more, but I was getting at least 10 host posts up every day from those messages. And basically the next message, again, I can send it after, but after they say, yeah, for sure, what's up? I just say, wondering if you'd do me a favor, is there any way you could put a post up for me? And then they say yes, you give them either giving them a cleanse post or a giveaway post. So very, very simple. The process was so like step by step, super simple. And then giveaway or cleanse. And then the trick there was I was not checking that post for at least 6 hours. I wasn't looking at their wall. I wasn't checking the post. I saw it on my feed. I quickly scrolled past it because I found that a lot I was finding that I was scrolling past them on my feed, but I wasn't looking at the comments on them. usually I would get them up like midday to evening, and then I would just go to sleep, wake up in the morning, check out all my host posts and save them, and then start responding and just do it again. So that was kind of been my system for a while, and it's been working really well. My cleanse posts have been getting a lot of comments because, you know, FOMO, curiosity, people are all commenting on them, and then their friends want to comment and whatever. So I just let those comments build into the morning. And then, yeah, basically just repeat. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know in the chat if I missed anything, but that was just my super simple process, and I was just doing it. And the one thing that I want to say is the more you do it and the more you start signing customers, the more excited that you're going to get for yourself. So build that momentum. And then from there, I just haven't lost the momentum because I was like, I need to ride this wave or else I'm just going to lose it. So just make sure that you are continuing on with it and, you know, being consistent basically is the point there. So that was all on host post. If you guys think of any questions, drop them in the chat and I will try to keep an eye on it. But I wanted to pop from there into conversations because that's something that's really, really important when going through hosted post and having conversations with people that are reaching out to you, whether it be product, business, anything like that. And this speaks to everyone, no matter if you've been here for years, months, days, no matter what. I want you to go into every single conversation with belief and confidence. And those are two things that are so important because I was going into every conversation thinking this person is going to enter my network if they are meant to. And what I mean by that is I was journaling every single morning about people placing large orders and being super serious about their goals because I didn't want people buying from me that weren't serious about their goals or just wanted like one product. So I was trying to manifest that larger orders and the people who were excited to hit their health goals, because the thing is, if someone's not really excited to do it and they're just doing it to do it, then they're probably going to find some reason to complain about something about their product because it didn't work because they sat on their butt and, you know, didn't eat good or whatever. So I was journaling about that. And then I was also just telling myself if they don't order, if they don't join my team, they just were not meant to be there. So that's something that I thought was really important to bring up because not everyone is going to say yes, but you don't really want everyone to say yes. You want the people that are serious about it and they want to be there and all that good stuff. So one thing that I journaled, I wrote it down, was I track customers that are excited to reach their goals and are serious. So if you guys want, I can put that in the chat too. And then know your worth, know the product's worth, and know what the business is worth. So when people are talking to me and they're like, oh, I don't have the money to join the business, I'm like, okay, no worries. Let me know if you change your mind, because I don't want to force people to work. I don't want to force people to be there. If they don't want to be there, then I don't want them to be there, kind of thing. Like I want you to want to be there, and you have to have your own why and your own intentions. So that was something else. So same with the products, all that kind of stuff. And then know your worth of time as well. Like, you know that you are what you're bringing to the table. You're bringing knowledge. You're bringing all of these things to them. Know that you're bringing that to them. And if they don't take it, that's okay. But you're waiting for those that will. So that was kind of it. Setting my intentions and just having that belief and the confidence in the conversation, because people are coming to you because they see that you have something that they want. So just know that you have that knowledge and you have that confidence, you know the products work, and you're just relaying that information to them, you know. So I'm kind of rambling now, so I'm gonna stop there. But yeah, so hosted posts and conversations, but let me know if I missed anything. But I think that's all I wanted to cover on those two topics.
No, I love that so much. And a couple of things that I took away from that is having belief and confidence going into your conversations, because that brings the energy into that conversation, whether you believe it or not. If you're thinking there's no way this person's going to buy, like, I know their financial situation, or they don't look like somebody who could afford this or whatever, you're projecting that into the conversation. You're going to word things differently when you're thinking things differently. But when you go into that knowing, and this is why you should go into a conversation with belief and confidence. Our company's been around for 20 years. We're approved by Health Canada. Our products work. Our business works. There's millionaires here. There's people who do this full time. There's people who do this part time. Everything about this business works. So you have no reason to question that going into a conversation. Those people are coming to you, assuming you're a professional who knows what you're doing and that you're going to be able to help them. So go into that conversation with that confidence, okay? And I promise you, you're going to close so many more sales. You're going to close so many more new business partners and all the things, because you are the answer for that person. You get to guide them into using the proper products for their goals. You get to guide them into building a business that can take care of their family. That's what you get to do. We are so blessed to be able to do that. And like Cheyenne said, know your worth. Don't chase people down. Like, I stopped doing that a long time ago. If you signed as a rep and you run away from me, okay, bye. Like, I'm here, but I'm not going to chase you down. Or you tell me you can't afford the business or whatever. It's like, you came to me because you needed a business. Like, I don't see the disconnect here, but okay, like, let me know when you're ready. So I love that so much. Is there anything else you wanted to share? I know you have so many amazing things that you've been doing. I'm still just blown away that you tripled your volume. You literally decided overnight, and it's like nonstop enrollments. So
Yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything, but yeah, I mean, it was literally a switch in just my, my thoughts and everything. Cause like I said, I've been here for 2 years, and it was just it was a little bit of a combination of like, I need to, but also I want to so badly. And like, Britt can attest to this. I messaged her one day and I was like, I need you to FaceTime me. And we FaceTimed, and I was like, I need to know how to get from A to B in this amount of time. And it was just kind of like something in my brain clicked, and I was like, this is, there's no reason that I can't do this. Someone else has been able to do this. Many people have been able to do this. Why not me? So it was just kind of something in my head, and that belief in myself too. Like, you have to know that you can do it too. And I was like, I know I can do it. So why am I not just doing it? So yeah, we chatted about that, and I was just like talking to her, and I was like, what can I do? And then I just had this realization. I was like, I know what I have to do. We have a simple list that we do every single day. Why am I overcomplicating it? So I just kind of started taking things step by step and really focusing down on post to post and adding people in my network and having all of those conversations. And it was like I was overwhelmed in the best sort of way with having so many conversations every day and just taking charge of them. And especially when I talked about pricing. And I guess one thing that I will add is doing the cleanse host to post. I know that I've heard some of you say the cleanse host to post scares me a little bit because it's just a 2-day cleanse and it's $57. And you have to switch your script in your head about that. For number one, it's a really good thing to pair right off the bat with another product. And number two, yeah, it is just a 2-day cleanse. We don't want you taking something every single day and having to do that. Like, it's super simple. It's 2 days. You see the benefits for days afterwards. And it's, some cleanses are hundreds of dollars. I've seen it online. So anyways, just put that script in your mind and know that it is worth it. You take it, you love it, you see the results, and you just need to be confident going into that conversation. It changed the game for me because I never started out with cleanse because I was scared too. So don't be scared to start out with cleanse, and use the scripts in the boards that Alyssa and Britt have generously provided, because the cleanse and TFX scripts have changed the game. So yeah, definitely just know that you have that confidence. And if you guys have any questions or wanting to come to us with stuff, definitely do. But yeah, just flip the script in your head and know that you're worth it and go after it.
I love it so much. You are amazing. I text Britt, I feel like every single day, where it's like, Cheyenne is a freaking rock star. She's so awesome. Now, you guys, talking and hearing from Cheyenne, because I know sometimes it's just like, it's Britt and Alyssa, and it's Britt and Alyssa. So I love that you get to hear from her tonight, and thinking about some things for yourself to prepare and to get into the right headspace again is, again, figuring out exactly what you need, right? So there's a blueprint for you for this Christmas cash. That should be your main focus right now. You shouldn't be setting just random numbers like, I want to sign like 3 LCs. That would be magical, and like maybe a DT. No, that's not going to get you that big magical paycheck in December, right? You know exactly what you need. So set that as your very minimal goal, okay? So it's 12 LCs, it's 3 DTs, and we're going to teach you how exactly to do all of that as the time progresses as well. So you know how to do it. You do everything through host to post, literally. And if you haven't been taught host to post yet, I promise you are going to be taught host to post, and it's all going to make sense. So it makes a little bit of a sense. Our team does a giveaway every single month, which I think is the coolest thing ever. We've been doing it for years and years. It's how I've grown my business to where it's at. And it's when somebody is willing to make a post for you and they get entered into our giveaway for it. Some of you have probably done it for us in the past. And that is how we've been growing our business. That's how we get into completely different networks than feeling like you have to go message your family and your friends all the time and beg people to purchase from you. That is why it's the most amazing thing ever. That's why it's going to grow your business so quickly. So when you're going after goals like this, you guys need to assess what you've been doing and seeing if it's working for you. If it's not working for you, you're probably not doing enough of it, or you're missing some key pieces. And we're going to go over that in a minute. But I want you to realize that posting on your wall and in your stories is not going to get you the results that you need. That's a little piece of the puzzle. That's maybe a little bit more than a little piece of the puzzle, but that's not absolutely everything. You need to commit to the full process. And like Courtney shared in the last Zoom, this business is a circle. And if you start missing different parts of it, then you don't get to the next spot, or it makes it more difficult to enroll LCs or distributors and all the things. So I'm trying to think of what I want to get into first. Like I said, write down exactly how much Christmas cash you want to make. And then I want you guys to do 4 things. Okay. Alyssa shared this morning and I absolutely loved it. So before we start talking about the task list and the importance of the task list, I want you to write this down. Okay. Number 1, to get to the next level, you need to chart the course. Okay. Number 1 is chart the course. That's not just pulling out your chart and staring at it. Okay. There's a lot to charting the course. You need to know exactly. She compared it to being a captain of a ship today. Okay. Anybody can drive a boat, but it takes a captain to get a ship to a destination, and it takes a captain to manage the crew. And you can't go to your destination without the crew and without being the captain of the crew. So number 1, chart the course. Set the time frame, right? Boats just don't go sailing out and see if they ever get back. Like everybody has a time frame for everything. Every goal should have a time frame, not a, I hope to hit this someday. Okay, hope doesn't put any momentum, and someday it doesn't give you a destination. Okay, that's like dreamland. So know the timelines and know the hows of how you're going to get there. Like again, I said, you know where you're going, and then you backpedal figuring out how to get there. And that, again, that's what Cheyenne, Britt, and I are for, as well as your enroller. If they've been around for a while. If not, they're probably going to just ask you to message one of us, and that's okay. Number 2 is connect with the crew. So if you have a team, make sure you are connecting with them. Again, know your worth. If people aren't showing up, that's where you keep doing your task list, and unfortunately, those people just get replaced, and that happens, and that's okay. Those people sometimes are just not meant to be a part of your crew. They may be floaters, but don't invest too much of your emotional energy into that, okay? So connect to the team that you have if you have a team. Number 3, again, is count the significance in the vague mundane. That is your task list, you guys. It's boring sometimes. It's like so easy to scroll and get caught in the scroll hole, and you feel like you've been working for hours and you haven't even commented on someone's post to make some engagement. Know the value and the significance of it, okay? So there's a purpose to every single task. And when you realize what that purpose is, it's so much easier to sit and set time aside to get that done. And number 4 is keep the destination in sight. So right now with Christmas cash, it's really easy to set that destination in sight, right? Because there's a deadline that corporate has set for it. So it's kind of nice that they took the someday out of there. It's like, no, you go a day after and you miss out on this. And I personally refuse to miss out on a minimum of $5,000. That is so simple to achieve. So review your work ethic. Okay, so keep the destination in sight, but while doing so, review your work ethic. See, I like to assess myself at the end of every single week to see how many enrollments I had, to see how many conversations of potentials I had, to see how many host-to-posts I got up, because you need to be evaluating that at all times. If you want to sign 3 customers, you're probably going to have 30 to 40 conversations sometimes, especially maybe when you're getting started. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer because you're getting a feel for a conversation, the way to make sales and all the things. And then is what you're doing right now moving you forward. Okay, are the tasks that you've been doing on a daily basis moving you from A to B, or are you looking at your chart and your volume and it's either at the exact same as it was last month, or is it moving backwards, or is it moving forwards? Because your E-suite is a really clear indicator of where you're going in this business and how quickly you're going there. So if it's not moving, it's time to amp it up a little bit, okay? So like I said, when you are doing your task lists and being consistent with that, posting isn't everything, but it's a very important part. So this is what I talked about a little bit with Courtney on the last Zoom. We talked about host to post, the importance of it, and then why it is so important to be consistent on your page, okay? So you want to make sure maybe you're not posting to your wall every single day, but you need to be active in your stories to keep your algorithms moving. But if you're doing host to post consistently, you're getting new eyes on your stories constantly, on what you have to offer constantly. If you feel like you haven't been making sales and you're looking at your views and your stories and it's always the same people, it probably means you haven't been doing host to post or adding to your network, right? Because you want to see those numbers go up. You want to see the faces change. Otherwise, you're just doing the same thing to the same people every single day, and that gets super boring. So when you're getting people to do a host to post about you, and then they're coming to your page because you've added them, very quickly, they're going to see what you're all about and if you've been consistent, right? So some things that Amber and Josh talked about today, which I absolutely loved, because first of all, please pick a product that you love, at least one, and commit to using it consistently where you're going to show it in your stories consistently. I use quite a few products, so I switch it up quite often in my stories. But people need to see you using a product, even if it's not the specific product that they did the host to post for. People need to see that you are practicing what you're preaching and that you truly believe in these products. Because if they come to your stories and all it is slides, you guys, that's a super easy unfollow. Courtney shared a story how she was following an influencer, and all the influencer shared was, you guys have probably seen this, where you go to their stories and it's like, this is my Amazon home storefront, and this is my like to know it, and this is my whatever. She's like, that's all she did, so I just unfollowed. But then there's other influencers where they're sharing their life, they're sharing the products they love, they're sharing going to their favorite restaurants, and you enjoy following those people. And when they post about something, you want to buy it because you connect with that person as a whole. And it's weird how your mind does that, but that's what it does. So something that you can do to spice up your stories when you're using a product also, nope, I forgot it downstairs, so I'm not even going to use an example. But something that I love to do, and it takes out the nerd inside of me and it makes me really, really happy. But I will always take a couple ingredients from a product that I love, and I will talk about the features of it. Okay, so you're taking the ingredients. The ingredients are a feature, but you also want to give the benefits of those features, okay? So like I said on the last Zoom, it's like, my coffee is amazing. It's got organic grass-fed butter in it. And did you know that organic grass-fed butter like balances your blood sugar levels, and it cuts cravings, and it does all the things, right? So all of a sudden you're using this product, instead of just being obsessed with a product because it tastes so good, it's like, but it does all this for you, right? So somebody who, especially when you're spending some money on products, people need to know what it's going to do for them. But also people are listening and watching you tell what it will do for them. It's not just all those slides that people can just click right through, which slides are great to use, but always follow it up after you show your face in the stories. Yes, exactly. What does the product do for you? What's your experience using it? What's it doing for your customers? I have A customer who came to me when I was in Vancouver who's only been using just celery, she's like, did you know that I've lost 20 pounds in the last 6 weeks drinking just celery? That's all I've been doing. She's like, I can see my ankles again. Like, she was so excited, you guys. And that's what it's doing for people. So again, be confident in what you have to offer with these products. It's absolutely incredible. So talk about the benefits, talk about the features, you talk about those things. And with the another thing that somebody shared between the business and between product, and I know I'm totally rambling right now, you guys are just getting Alyssa's brain, but blessings and benefits, okay? Blessings and benefits equals purchase, whether that's joining your team because you're talking about the blessings that it has been to you, or the benefits of the products, okay? Blessings and benefits, keep it in your mind. Now, when you're posting in your stories because you want people to connect with you, not just product, people will stop watching your stories if all you do is talk about the product. Something situational, choose something every single day that's situational, which means in the moment, what are you doing? And how is this business a part of it? Did it just pay for a date night? Are you signing a customer at your kid's soccer game? Are you like slinging coffees to your teachers because they're exhausted? Like, what is it that you're doing in that moment with this business? Are you laying in a hammock and you take a selfie and be like, I can't believe this is my office right now? Like, those are things that you can do with this business. So less slides and more connection, more of who you are. I promise you're going to have so much more fun with this business when you put your personality into it and just have fun with it. Don't take it so seriously. Don't be so scared of your phone. It's just your face. I can promise you, you're probably not going to get too much negative comments unless it's your friends or it's like, I can't believe you're in your stories now. Get over it. That's okay. You got bills to pay, right? Something else with this business that you want to post about consistently, especially with Christmas cash, and it's because growing your team is super, super important, aka getting business partners. You want to talk about this business a lot. So right now, if you go into my stories, pretty much on the daily, I'm going to be sharing little bits and pieces about what this business is doing for me every single day because I want to connect with somebody. Because number one, I can change their lives. And number two, it's going to get me closer to those bonuses as well, right? So make sure you're doing more of what's going to get the results that you're looking for. So again, you can share past, present, future. So where you came from, why you said yes to this business, present, what's it looking like right now? Again, that could be the situational sitch. And where you're going with this business, what you're excited about. You can start getting loud, talking about, like I'm posting about Zooms all the time saying I'm so excited to train my team on how to get $5,000 by Christmas. You guys can do the same thing when you're working. Make a post how excited you are that you're going to claim a $5,000 bonus in December. Because if you're not doing that right now, I promise once you do, people, their ears perk up when they see dollar signs, and that allows you to have conversations with people, okay? And I always say haps, aka host a post, those are seeds. You won't always close those conversations. You'll absolutely like close conversations. You won't close 100% of them, but those people are coming into your organization as new followers and new friends, and they're there to see what you're posting about. So I can promise you they're going to see your product or your business enough that a huge majority of those people are going to sign with you. I would tell you like 98% of the people I've ever signed are people I've never met before or I don't know, period, but they've come into my organization because of Host to Post. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I really want to say to you guys besides just set your intentions, know exactly what you're going towards, and start making the momentum and the movement that is required to hit that, okay? Because every single one of you deserve to be successful. If you're putting in the work, you deserve to be successful. It won't happen overnight. It's going to take work. It's going to take consistency, but Cheyenne worked her butt off from the 25th to like the last day of the month. And between her and Britt, they brought in 2,600 in volume. You guys, that's insane. That's over $5,000 in sales between the two of them. That's like $5,500 in sales. That is absolutely wild. So Cheyenne, I don't know if there's anything else you want to say, but I'm going to keep this short and sweet tonight because I know all of us have been on Zooms all day. So much stuff. Did you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I don't think so. I just remember that the tasks that you have to do every day are super simple, and especially host to post. Like, I by no means love doing host to post. I went through a phase where I really hated it, and I was like, what if I can do something other than host to post to get the same customers? No, that can happen. But it's not super fun for me. I don't love it, but I do love the results. So chase the results and chase what you want, and just know that that's how you get there, and just do the dang thing and don't think about it, and make it fun. Put on some music, work with a friend, whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
I love that. 100%. And you guys, when you're asking people to post for you, or you're having these conversations and people aren't saying yes yet, don't focus on the no's. Just continue to go for the yeses. And something that I love that people do, and I definitely do it, and actually, like, it's already on your sheet, is it's making you focus on what you need. So you're filling in the line with the people who are saying yes, and then you know you need 3 more, or you need 2 more, or 1 more. So focus on what you need, not on what people are saying in the negative side of things, okay? And just continue to pursue what you're going after. And it's gonna be 100% worth it. I know I didn't 100% review our task list at all. If you're brand new, your enroller is going to go over this with you. If you've been in a while, you guys have seen us post it in the chat and you should have it printed out. But yeah, so appreciate you guys on here. If you have questions about anything, please reach out. That's what we're here for at literally all times. I think my phone lives in my back pocket, but I like sleep with it. It's pathetic. It is on silent. I'm not that crazy, but yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, this is going to be awesome. Thank you, Britt. But yeah, I'm going to get this recording